Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Callie and this is my YouTube channel dedicated to all things nails and good vibes. If you've been looking for some Olive & June swatches for their holiday collection, or you'd like to see some really pretty winter and holiday nail polish swatches, then this video is for you. Today I'll be sharing my swatch and review of the gorgeous Olive & June winter or holiday 2020 collection. These polishes are just stunning. The color palette is so unique and trendy. So there are 6 cream shades in the collection and 2 glitters. They're so pretty. So if you've never heard of Olive & June, they are 7-free, cruelty-free, and vegan. This collection was sent to me for free by Olive & June for review, so this is not sponsored. All opinions are my own. However, I do have an Olive & June referral link, so if you'd like to get $10 off your first order of $50, then check the description box for that information. But without any further ado, let's get right on into the video. So the first polish we'll be looking at is called Xoxo, and this is described as Olive & June by a hot pink. I would totally agree. This is a really pretty kind of warm-toned Barbie pink. The formula on this one was actually so good. I was able to get this opaque in 2 coats. The formula on this one was really nice. The application was pretty even. I think maybe if you had very, very long nails, you might need 3 coats, just because sometimes with polishes with this sort of almost jelly formula, sometimes even my nail line shows through a little bit. So if you have short nails, 2 coats is probably good, or medium nails, kind of like mine are right now, 2 coats is good, and then if you had some longer nails, probably maybe 3 coats just in case. But the formula on this one, like I said, was fantastic, super smooth and easy to apply. I really do like the Olive & June brushes. The wide paddle brush is just so great for application, and this one just turned out so gorgeous. So here is that second coat of Xoxo. This one is probably my favorite out of the cream polishes in this collection, just because you guys know, if you've been here before, I love bright colors and bright nail polishes, so this one was right up my alley, and I think this is a really fun option for a holiday manicure or a Christmas manicure, because it is just such a different color for winter. Because if you're like me and you like to wear seasonal nail polish shades, sometimes you want something a little bit brighter in the winter months, so this one is a great option and would be so flattering on a variety of skin tones. Next up is Nailfie Time, and this one is described by Olive & June as a true ruby. I agree. I think this one is pretty much a berry-toned red, so it's a really fun red shade for Christmas or holiday manicures, because it's not that super classic bright red. Like, I have a bright red on my nails right now, and this one that I'm looking at on screen, it definitely has a lot more pink in it, so it's a little bit lighter. It's not as in-your-face red as some other holiday and winter reds, so I really like this one too. The formula was very nice, and once again, good in 2 coats. This one, again, would be so flattering on a variety of skin tones, and would probably need 3 coats on very, very long nails, but on medium nails or short nails, 2 coats is good. And this one's just super pretty, and I'm glad to add it to my collection of reds. So here is that second coat of Nailfie Time, and this one is not coming up super accurate on camera, so definitely check the Olive & June website, and probably I will have swatch pictures for these polishes on my Instagram and on my blog, so definitely check there, because hopefully those turn out a little bit more accurate, because on here it kind of looks a little bit darker than it is in person. It's just a little bit lighter and more pink in person, so it looks kind of like a true red on camera, but in person this one is much different and it is just gorgeous. This one is called Obsessed, and Olive and June describes this one as a dark ruby. That is actually a really good description of this one. It's almost as if you added a lot of chocolatey brown to a ruby color. I actually have a pen on my desk that is a similar color to this polish because I thought this polish was a lot darker looking at it in the bottle, but once it's on your nails, like the description says, it really is a dark ruby. On this first coat, obviously, as with most shades like this, it is a lot lighter on the first coat, but once you get 2 coats on, it looks so pretty, and I'm so glad that this description was available because that was exactly what I would have thought of if I could figure out how I wanted to name this color, because it's not quite a crimson, it's not a super dark maroon, but yes, a dark ruby is a great way to describe this one. Here is the second coat of Obsessed, and once again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but the formula on this one was similar to the other two. It was almost a little bit more jelly-like than the previous 2 polishes, but it did apply very nicely, and I think this one you'd probably always be good in 2 coats. Like I always say, it depends on your application and nail length, but this one's gorgeous and a really nice classic option for a winter manicure. Very pretty, and this would be a nice statement shade on paler skin tones like mine, or if you have a darker skin tone, this might even pass as a really nice neutral. So I love polishes like that where it's super versatile and you can do a whole bunch of different nail art with it, so this one is very, very pretty. This one is called OMG, and Olive and June describes this as a deep navy. I would agree with that description. This one, it's almost like a little bit of a purple navy because on this first coat especially, it is very, very sheer on the first coat, by the way. It is just a little bit purple. It's very much like a denim navy blue because that's what it really reminds me of, kind of that grape purple blue kind of color that jeans are. So that's what this really reminds me of, and I really like the color of this one. I wish the formula was a little bit better. I think if you're not super, super careful with your application, you might need 3 coats just because the formula is very, very sheer on this first coat. I was able to get it opaque in 2 coats, but I have worked with the Olive and June formula several times now, so I've figured out the best way to apply it, which is really a very, very thin first coat if you can, and a little bit of a thicker coat on the second coat. It really depends on the polish though, because I know sometimes Olive and June classifies their polishes whether they should be 2 or 3 coats, but I have figured out a pretty good way to apply the polishes. It doesn't always work, but like I always say about Olive and June polishes, the formula can be a little bit finicky, but they are made to be long lasting. So that's why the formulas aren't always super impressive if you work with a lot of polishes often, but for someone who does need a long lasting manicure, these are excellent. They do last a really long time with the top coat, so it's a really nice system. The Olive and June top coat is actually one of my favorites, but back to what I was saying about this polish. Here you can see I do have it opaque in 2 coats, and the formula on this one was just a tiny bit sticky, but I'm not sure if that was just because I didn't let the bottom coat dry first, but that's alright. This one ended up being a really pretty polish, and I do like the unique kind of tone of this one. It's very different from other navy polishes in my collection, so this is a really nice one for winter or holiday manicures. Next we have Besties, and this is a really pretty, based on Olive and June's description, deep emerald polish. I would have called this a teal just because I have a couple other polishes very, very similar to this in my collection. And this one, it's almost a light teal, so it's kind of washed out, but this was a really nice spin on kind of the classic sort of evergreen color you see around Christmas collections or holiday collections. So I really like that they added some cooler toned polishes to this palette. I think it makes it look really pretty and versatile. little. So the formula on this one was pretty good. Pretty much all of the cream polishes had about the same formula. They were good in 2 coats on my nails, and like I always say, I won't repeat myself anymore. It is based on your nail length and application. So here's the second coat of Besties, and this teal is pretty similar to a couple of the other ones I have in my collection. This one may just be a little bit lighter, but I do have other teals with better formulas, but I do like the tone of this one. I think it really fits well with the collection, and I could totally see myself pairing either XOXO or Nailfie Time with this one for maybe a spin on a more classic Christmas manicure. I think that would be really pretty. And this one could also do as a spring to summer transition color, or maybe a winter to spring color. I think that's something else that's really nice about this collection. A lot of these shades would be really nice for transitioning from seasons if you are a seasonal nail polish wearer, so I thought that was a nice thing about this set of polishes. The last cream shade in the collection is called Yes Please, and Olive & June describes this as a true turquoise. This one is really pretty. It's pretty much a Tiffany blue color, just maybe a little bit lighter and a little bit more muted. This one is probably my least favorite in the collection just because I can't always make these types of blue shades look nice on my skin tone. That's just really my personal preference, but I do like the color of it. I think it would look pretty on a lot of other skin tones. Sometimes when I wear a blue like this, it just kind of washes me out a little bit, so I more prefer to use these in nail art, but the formula on this one was probably also my least favorite in the collection. It was pretty sticky. I know I said one of the others was kind of sticky, but this one was just very difficult to apply. I'm not sure if that was based on my application or maybe the formula was a little bit wonky, but by the end of 2 coats, which was pretty much all I needed, I probably could have added a 3rd coat, but that probably would have made it a little bit thicker. And by the end of the 2 coats, it was a little bit it wasn't really smooth. That's basically the best way I can describe it. It wasn't textured at all. It just didn't seem to self-level very nicely, and I couldn't really get a smooth finish, so maybe I'll try to apply this one again and hopefully it goes better. But I would have preferred a different formula on this one because most of the other creams in this collection were almost jelly polishes. That's kind of what the formulas reminded me of, but this one, as you can see, I kind of had to play around with it on my pointer finger just because it wouldn't really even out very well. But I do like this shade. I think this is a great shade, like I said, for nail art, or if you want to wear a really nice blue during the holidays, or for just a classic winter manicure. This is a really nice kind of January, February shade if you're kind of over the holiday colors, but you want something that's really pretty and just a little bit bright for the cooler months. This one's a great option. So this one was a little bit finicky, but the color is still very nice. Moving on to glitter polishes, the next one we have is called Exclamation Point, and this one is described by Olive & June as a silver glitter. This one actually does have some holographic glitter in it, so I was very excited to see that because that's a little bit more unique than just a silver glitter. So this one, as you can see, is definitely more meant to be a topper, I'm sure, but this one you almost could get it to be a full coverage glitter in 2 coats. Of course, like with any glitter, it is just a little bit chunky and textured after 2 coats. You could try to sponge this on. I didn't try that, so I'm not sure how well that would work, but as you can see, it just has a clear base and then a lot of really nice circular silver glitter as well as some holographic glitter. So I think this one is just gorgeous. I've been having a really fun time using these polishes, these glitters in some nail art. They're really great for that. As you can see, it is kind of hard to get this to be full coverage on 2 coats just with the brush, but it actually was more full coverage than I was expecting it to be. So if you had even shorter nails than me, I'm sure you could get away with it. And I probably would wear this as a full coverage if I wanted to, because I'm not super bothered by the spaces between the glitter. I really can't see it, especially on camera right now. It looks pretty full coverage, but I do really like the sparkle in this one. It is very, very pretty and shimmery, and I love using silver glitter like this for holiday and winter manicures and nail art. I think it's a super fun touch to add to a really nice winter shade. So this one, I could totally see any of the polishes in this collection pairing with either of these glitters, either over top top or in some nail art. I think that would be super gorgeous. So the next polish is called Obvi, and it is a gold glitter, and this one is probably my second favorite in the entire collection, just because I don't have another gold glitter like this in my collection at the moment. And something that I thought was really unique about this one, because as you can see, similar to the previous polish, it has just some gold circular glitter as well as some holographic, but this polish also has, it looks like a little bit of copper glitter in it too, so it really warms up the gold and just makes it so pretty and very unique. I have other gold polishes in my collection, but they don't have the same tone as this one, just because they don't have this added bit of like a copper color that really makes the tone of the polish just so pretty and absolutely perfect for holiday manicures. I can't wait to use this polish in some Christmas nail art or some New Year's Eve nail art. I think that would be absolutely beautiful. I already used this one. If you saw my recent Halloween video, I used this one in some nail art for that, so this was a great one for that, and I will totally be using this all Christmas season and holiday season long. It is just really beautiful, and I'm super happy with it. So once again, you may be able to sponge this one to get better coverage, but I was pretty happy with the application in 2 coats, like I said, so if you did want to wear a full coverage glitter manicure, you do have that option. So this one is very nice. As I've said repeatedly, it is probably one of my favorites in the collection. I just think it's so pretty. So that is our last polish for this video. So that is it for my review of the Olive & June Winter 2020 collection. I had a really great time swatching these polishes and sharing them with you. I think, like I said, my favorites are probably XOXO and Obvi. I think those two would look really pretty together as well, but I think all of these polishes are very pretty, so there's something in this collection for everyone, and I think the polishes look absolutely gorgeous together. Like I said, it makes for a really nice palette, and it's a really unique set of shades for winter or holiday manicures. So let me know your thoughts about this collection in the comments below, and like I said, if you'd like to grab this collection, you can use my referral link in the description box. You can get $10 off your first order of $50. I will be posting a blog post of this polish set as well, so you can go see that if you'd like to see some more of my thoughts on the collection or some more swatch pictures. I will be posting those on my Instagram and my blog. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I post 2 new videos every week. You can also subscribe to my mailing list and check out my nail art photography ebook. So thank you for kicking off the holiday season with me. I'm really excited to share some new content with you, and I will see you again very soon. Same nail time, same nail channel. Have a polished rest of your day. Bye!
She started hating.